It is great to have you back here at Coin Lady channel. Can we expect a significant change in the pricing of Lunar Classic? Is the eradication of 800 million USTC imminent? Press that subscribe button, we'll find out everything in this video. We return to the 800 million USTC and Terra Luna Classic once more. Now that we're back at the forefront, let's examine the burn narrative we have. So, Luna Classic is currently trading at 1,122, down 4.5%. The market as a whole is feeling fairly pessimistic. To be honest, Bitcoin fell below the 50,000 threshold, which we thought we had reached, and is now maybe beginning to move on. But I do believe it is temporary. Plus, I anticipate a strong reversal above $50,000. They should begin to rally over the 12th soon, and maybe even into the 13th, which is why we'll be discussing it briefly in the video. In the end, what do we have? To be sure, there's some debate over the storyline of burns for Luna Classic. There are those who think that's the correct thing to do, many who are rather irritated by it, etc. Since the story or, I suppose, the agenda started, we are getting close to 100 billion Lunar Classic burns. Additionally, we have confirmation that a sizable portion of the population backs this network. As an example, consider that moreover half of all burn measurements originate from Nance, making them the clear leader in this regard. However, there are still a lot of great projects within that aren't burning Luna Classic or DF long because of Validator or any of the countless others that are still blazing. Actually, there's an intriguing fact regarding Terra Casino that talks about how, if they seen the volume before the Super Bowl, the Classic supply would completely disappear almost overnight. It's interesting and gives us something to think about. However, this tale serves as a reminder that we must simultaneously cut off supplies of Luna Classic and USTC. The $800 million that a frog would be discussing is actually part of a protocol that Earth cannot access. It would appear that they misplaced the wallet, keys, and so on. In the end, the community decided to burn it all down, and now we're just getting the ball rolling on some preliminary testing and rehearsals to see whether it can pull off the greatest global movement ever. No. But this demonstrates agreement, and more crucially, it demonstrates that we live in a world where we will persist in ignoring the things we need to do, as well as how much more there is. Regarding the current situation, take a look at the supply on USTC and Luna Classic as an example. A huge reduction in the USTC amount would put us in the 8s, which would be fantastic, about 8 billion plundered Classic, clearly 6.8 trillion less than what is being staked, which is always worthwhile and keeps growing. Thus, it is clear that on Luna Classic, returning customers, newcomers, and bullish sentiment are all present. Remember that when people unstack, they burn Unit Classic. I was referring to these terms of validation as they pertain to Terra Casino. This is the crucial component. In the long run, the burns and a lot of other elements will be crucial if we want to see a price shift. So, here's the intriguing part. While we're talking about burns and the story, someone has made a really smart suggestion, specifically, Matt Perry, based on his secret vote tallies. That is something that many people strongly dispute. 2 additional would be surtax just as an authorized KYC provider, and the global lunk burn program, which is ultimately another intriguing option. A narrative around centralized exchanges is being advanced by official rule sets, Nance is playing a role, and the burning of Lunar Classic is inevitable. At the same time, new projects are being built and added to the Lunar Classic chain, and most importantly, the 100 million USTC potential burn could reignite desire. We haven't experienced the initial enthusiasm and thrill of a community-funded or driven event like burning Lunar Classic in quite some time. We are aware that when we have a solid foundation with Lunar Classic, we often witness quite robust price fluctuations. Getting a few of those centralized exchanges to 1% is the goal of this one. Like everything else they do, Burn claims that once we have enough centralized exchanges on board with the 1% tax, we can push for the 2.2 tax, and maybe even the 5 tax later on. It's all guesswork, but I believe the spirit is spot on. Personally, I think it would be great if KuCoin, who currently runs a validator on Tyrion, joined the team. There was a long discussion about whether or not they should continue to do so. It would be great to witness them reclaiming their role as movement supporters. Nance is clearly not doing this for fun or without purpose if they are willing to burn billions of Lunar Classic every single month, as Binance and I discuss almost every time my live streams are embedded under my videos. Some aspect of the process continues to perplex me. That takes precedence. However, at this very moment, what is the price doing? We are currently positioned about the 11T area. The Bollinger Bands are getting tighter in this channel, which is intriguing and serves as a point of reference. I'm not predicting a breakout, but it usually follows suit. For the same reason, we should anticipate finding movement back to the upside if we can see this MACD cross and if it can push to the upward. The RSI is trending just slightly oversold. Looking at the big picture, we can see that there is an upward trend and that prices are maintaining their position above the 200 exponential moving average, a key level of support. Consequently, few individuals are considering executing a classic, and even fewer are eager to tell you the details. But you can be sure that there is a plethora of activity taking place on those construction sites. The additional million USTC burn has the potential to be really intriguing and the beginning of a new storyline, all while the price remains firmly inside the 11 area. Post your thoughts on the current state of the classic in the comments section. I find them really intriguing. Should we just burn the 100 million US dollars? Will you be releasing a classic anytime soon? If you're enjoying the channel, please consider hitting the like button. It means a lot to me. And, as always, we ask that you like and subscribe. Goodbye for now.